But they've gotten better the older I've gotten. You know, honestly, when they stopped happening with the most frequency was right after I shaved my head, man. Because I had really long hair, years and years ago. Once I shaved my head, suddenly they went from happening like once a week to, a couple times a year. And now I'll get
maybe you're affected by like weird shit like magnetic poles and magnetic fields
could
and
be.
shit. You know what I mean? And your fucking hair was your fucking brain helmet and shit.
Could be.
Let's talk about your new segment, bro.
My new segment.
Yeah.
The fuck, did you actually look at it?
Fuck yeah, whose baseline is it anyway? Is that gonna be for us? Or is that like a short clip we're gonna put up and then have people respond to it?
That's what I'm thinking.
Guess? Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. There's a couple ways we could go about it. We could start it off like that, like do it with, and we could do it like solo recordings or whatever, however you want to do it. Like if you want to record some bass lines or whatever, have people try and.
Oh, you want us to record that shit? We're not just putting up a snippet of a bass line from a song and then having people guess who the bass player is.
No, I think we should fucking record it, man. I think we should fucking. But see, that's another take we could do on it is find a bass line that you like, play it the way you normally play it. Like a lot of like covers that I play, I don't know if they're absolutely right or not. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll put in my little licks and stuff on it, right? So it's kind of like an improv, right? So whose bass line is it anyway? So see, you play like a couple songs, like little 5-10 second clips of a couple songs, and have people guess, see if they can figure out what it is. Or you can play them exactly, how you think they are or whatever, and do it like that. See if we can't get any. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking, pulling snippets of bass lines out of songs and then having people guess.
Yeah, we could do that too. But I just got my new bass, and I'm all sorts of fucking. I'm all shades of excited to check it out. Man, I bought a cheap bass, and I haven't had a chance to plug it in yet, right? But the thing plays fucking nice. Just the the fretboard, the weight of it, everything about it so far I dig.
Which one?
I'm nervous I will.
Is that the Warwick?
No, I bought a Ibanez SDGR, which I played a 4-string. I played a 4-string of one of those.
It's a 5-string? That's the one I played.
Yeah, I got a 5-string, and I love the way it plays.
Mm-hmm. It's dope.
Just a matter of now, I just got to plug it in, make sure all the electronics work and shit. But so far, man, I give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I dig it, man. It plays fucking sweet. So, Metallica at BlizzCon, the annual gaming convention.
BlizzardCon.
I don't know if any of you saw the news reporting, or maybe even saw it on Twitch. I don't know. Apparently, BlizzCon had cleared the rights to Metallica's music, but Twitch did not. Now, this is Metallica playing live. I tell you what, let's go check out the clip, and then give you a better deal. Okay, so you can see that Metallica plays live.
Wait,
and then
that's just so I'm tracking, right? Blizzard decided to stream this event on Twitch.
Yes, and
didn't clear rights with Twitch.
No, Blizz cleared the rights to Metallica's music, but Twitch did not. And it's
their platform.
But it's Metallica playing. I mean, how they just fade them out and then put that other shit on. I'm thinking, but check this out. Now I know that this can happen on a lot of platforms, right? It's a thing on a lot of platforms, but Twitch's overreach here is got to a whole new level. I mean, and what's crazy about it is that see,
It's not the
don't know
first
why,
time. Let's be clear. It's not the first time fucking Twitch has
right,
overreached on anything.
right,
But
and they
I don't think they care for their streamers, man. So that's why I don't.
they I mean Blizz apparently had paid Metallica like over $1 million to do this fucking, and then to have their shit just cut out and start playing that music, because the people at Twitch, they didn't know what to do, so they faded Metallica out and they put on this music. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, to me, I'm thinking, why does anybody have to go through clearing anything when it's the artists playing their own fucking music? You know what I mean? It's like, it's common. I mean, why? I don't even know why Blizzard would have to clear it with Metallica if Metallica's agreed to do it. And maybe that just goes. Maybe that is kind of all inclusive once you agree to do something like that. That it's just known that you have the rights to their music. But nonetheless, for Twitch to do that, I mean, that's just fucking. That's insane. It is absolutely insane. And I'd be interested to see in how Metallica has reacted to this. I don't know.
Oh, I bet you fucking Lars flipped out.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I saw the report I posted on Facebook when I first saw it. The guy was talking about how it's Metallica's getting a piece of their own medicine after the whole Napster thing. I'm like, this isn't even the same fucking sport as that, man.
The same sport.
This is something completely different. But hopefully these. I don't know if the Twitch people had to pay to be a part of the stream. I don't know how that all worked.
Like a pay-per-view? I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to be maybe you had to subscribe to the channel or something. I don't know.
Right. But, I mean, to just come on and just fucking... I mean, it's funny. It's funny the music they put over top of it as they're trying to rock out For Whom the Bell Tolls, but...
And it was just an elevator version of their song.
Not of their song, no. It's a totally different song.
Oh, it's just elevator music in general.
Yeah, it's just some weird fucking... like elevator style music. Yeah, fucking.
I thought it was an elevator version of the fucking own song.
Oh no,
that would have been better, man.
that would have been funny.
That's ridiculous.
But nonetheless, like I was saying on my post, this goes right along with what we were talking about in our Twitch episode. Our band Disrespect.
Yep.
It just goes to show what kind of overreach is really there. I mean, that's crazy to me. So,
if you don't know who the fuck Metallica is on site, yeah, you're kind of, you're. I mean, and you own a fucking streaming platform, you're kind of fucking lost a little bit, man.
Right.
It's multimedia, right?
No.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Funny shit, bro. Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to episode 16.
It's episode 16, man.
Episode 16. Let's see. Tonight we have Ute Pass.
Ute Pass, baby. This was a really good. It was an interesting fucking interview, man. I really enjoyed it, man.
Right,
I
did
what
too.
I expected of.
Me either. It wasn't. Really cool guys.
Yeah.
Easy to talk to. Again, going into it, I never knew anything about them or anything like that. And full disclosure, when they popped up on our screens for the interview, I wasn't expecting such young guys. but it was awesome, man. They're really cool, funny guys. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. They did send me a video to post. So we'll put that on at the end. Another thing. The Riff Rag. We're sponsored by the Riff Rag.
Now covering music all across Colorado.
That's right. So congrats to Anthony, man. I'm glad that he's going to branch out and start bringing in people from all around Colorado. That's fucking super cool. And
Good shit.
yeah, like I told him, I don't know who wouldn't want to be a part of that media outlet. Just to have it. He's been so steady and so consistent for so many years now that
Yep.
So good on you, Anthony. I'm glad that's
So
getting better and
fucking
going
metal,
well.
bro.
That's right. Let's see. We've covered any news that we wanted to talk about. If you're watching this on Facebook, please follow us, share.
If you check us out on YouTube, hit that sub button, man.
That's right. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please go to our YouTube and hit a subscribe over there. That would really help us out.
Nothing.
It costs nothing. It's totally free. All we ask now is for subscription. You don't have to hit no notification bell if you don't want. It'd be cool if you did, but you ain't gotta. But anyway.
So yeah, enjoy Ute Pass episode. Stick around afterward, or I think we got a song or video from them.
Yep.
So stick around for it. Make sure you watch and like it, and love it. Check them out.
Yeah, check them out. These guys are really cool. Talk to you guys soon.
Welcome everybody. We are here with Ute Pass.
Ute Pass.
Ute Pass. We're on episode 16.
16?
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Sweet 16.
That's right.
Nice.
So how you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Good, just busy. It's always busy around my house, apparently. I can never get a break.
There could be worse problems to have.
That is true.
So why don't you guys introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do. Tell us what you do in the band. And we'll start with you, Dylan. By the way, Christian and I are both bass players, so we tend to gravitate to the bass players of the group. We can see the basses on the wall. We've already had the discussion with Dylan, so we know where he stands.
Yep.
A little bit of favoritism on our part, but
Yeah.
you just got to go with that. So why don't we start with you, Dylan?
We may not get any respect anywhere else, but here we get all the fucking respect we want on our
That's
platform.
right.
Yeah, well, I'm Dylan. I'm the bass player. When it comes to the band dynamic, I guess I at least try to do a little bit of everything. I'm that foundation. I'm that low end. When we're writing, when we're making music, I like to think I am able to contribute. I have experience in audio production. I went to college for it.
What school did you go to?
Yeah.
I went to the Art Institute of Colorado. I learned a lot. Good professors. That's what's important. But do all that. Do as much production stuff wise as I can, whether it's with the band or without.
Yeah. You do a lot of your own recording?
I try to.
Yeah. Before we go on with the other guys, what type of music are you guys?
We call ourselves our alternative pop.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We're trying to break into that whole area, like alt rock, but definitely more poppy and a lot more
Accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word. That's the word.
We have
Modern, maybe.
we have a nice balance of still the guitar riffs, but then a lot of synth driven stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
good. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, now I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't do my homework, boys.
No, you're good. You're good.
How about you, Brian? What's your role? What do we do here?
Yeah, so I'm the singer in the band. I also do a lot of the other half, or I guess you could say third of the composing. Other than that, I'm just kind of your everyday musician. I just really like to play guitar and bass and sing, and I just enjoy all those things. And here I am. So,
How long you been playing?
since I was 12 years old.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, again, before we move to Jacob here, what's the age range we got here?
So Dylan's Dylan, are you the oldest or the baby of the group?
He's the oldest by
I'm the
like 3
oldest.
months. That's
Yeah.
it.
So we're all
Because you and I share a
26.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all 26.
We're all in the same
Wow.
graduating class. We almost would have all went to the same high school. I just ended up going to a private school, but we're all kind of from like the same block and everything in a sense.
Yeah,
Nice.
Nice.
So you guys are pretty much like a neighborhood garage band.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
In the
steroids.
Pretty beginning, yeah. In the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Great.
Well, we started out as a band called Nothing's Permanent, and we had a little bit of play in town for a while, and we were really
Nice.
just like a glorified cover band and had some really good shows. So yeah, we were definitely that for a while. It was fun.
That's
on.
awesome.
Right on.
Yeah.
What about you, Jacob?
So I'm the guitarist, and I guess I'll kind of call myself like facilitator. We pretty much all of the recording of actually us playing and stuff like that is actually done here at my house in the basement. Like I said, my cousin's down there working on some stuff for another project that we got going on. I help record, help build whatever we need to, and then a lot of Brian and I split a lot of the composition of the songs 50-50, and then send it over to Dylan for a bass part because he's just good at that. It's like, cool, this is what we want the song to be. So, all right, Dylan, can you do something here? And he does. And it works out real well. But other than that, just mainly I kind of guide us in the way we need to go, like on our socials and stuff like that. Just wherever I'm needed, I'm there. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah.
Pretty much a little bit of everything.
Yes. Jack of all trades, master of none.
And almost to add to that, now that I'm thinking about it, Dylan is like the master peacekeeper in the band because Jacob and I are very hot-headed. Jacob and I are really nice people, but we can get very hot-headed very quickly, and Dylan can cool us both down very, very quickly. Like Dylan's probably saved this band 50 million times.
He's our mediator.
As a bass player, I've been in that same shoes in more than one band. I've dealt with some pretty great guys. Don't get me wrong, great guys, but definitely, boy, when they wanted to, they get head to head, and I've had to play peacekeeper on a number of occasions, so I understand that role, and it's definitely needed, man. It's a needed position to have, So.
Oh yeah. Well, because like music,
fucking
is
singers
a lot
and
of
guitar
people-
players.
Well, music is just, everybody has their idea of what it should be. And then that's one of, I think, the trickiest parts of being in a band is everybody has their idea for what the song should be. So if somebody starts pushing it in a direction that the other person may not agree with, it immediately just becomes this pissing contest.
Right.
So
Good. So what now? I would call me crazy. I would assume that you guys live up on the hill because of your name, meaning near the Woodland Park or great.
Actually,
no.
Okay, perfect.
We chose that one though because at least mainly me. I think Brian too. But
I've been
when we were going through the name process, I really wanted to keep something, that was relatable, close to home, something that might not be used. And I used to spend pretty much all of my free time in the mountains, and that was like the gateway to the mountains. So it's our access from Colorado Springs to get to wherever we want to go.
And it's easy to spell.
Oh man, don't get us started on that one. People can't spell nothing or permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So what you guys essentially grew up together, right? At least through high school.
Oh yeah. Well, so Brian and I we've known each other since elementary school.
Wow.
And then he went to, like he mentioned, he went to a private school, so we separated there. And then I've known Jacob, we've known each other since middle school. And then Jacob and I graduated together, same high school. And then after high school is when I met up back with Brian. And then it was me and Brian. He was talking to me. We got to know each other again. And then we were like, music. He's like, you do music, I do music, we both do music. Oh, cool. And I told him about, hey, I got this really cool guy named Jacob who can play guitar like no other. And Brian's like, let's get him in. That's it.
That's the exact happening of that. That's exactly
Yeah.
how it played out.
What high school did you guys go to?
Vista Ridge.
Vista
And I went
Ridge.
to Pikes Peak Christian.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Where is Vista Ridge at?
Do you guys know Dublin and Powers, like
Oh, yeah.
that big
Yeah.
St. Francis?
Yeah.
If you go like southeast of that, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll hit it.
Gotcha. I graduated at Rampart, so that's why I was curious.
Uh-huh.
But wait, many years before you guys graduated, so I don't know that Vista Ridge was around when I was there, but I owned a house
We
right
were-
by, so
Jacob and I, we were the third graduating class.
gotcha. Yeah, so
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
that was well after my time, but
That's
so
crazy.
let's see what's kind of like, how long have you guys been this iteration of the band? I know that you said you used to be Nothing Permanent, correct?
Yeah.
So how long what's the history of Ute Pass? I mean, how long you guys been this iteration of the band?
Do you want this or me, Jake?
Go for it, Brian.
You go for it, Brian.
Yeah. So I want to say we officially changed names late in 2019.
Sorry.
No
Hi,
worries.
Cujo. We officially changed names in late 2019 because we linked up with this producer called Wes Lauterbach of Lowborn. So we started kind of doing music with him and shooting ideas back and forth, and yeah, that's basically what it's been for the last 2 years. And I feel like there was another part to that question, but I got distracted by the dog. Sorry.
No, not at all. No, I was just asking what kind of is the history of Ute Pass music. But I mean, you guys are still, as this iteration, now do you guys have a lot of carryover music from Nothing Permanent? Did you take all the music from there and just keep it going, or did you start from scratch?
From scratch.
Started from scratch.
Really?
The reason, so with Nothing's Permanent, the whole reason for us moving to Ute Pass was we were trying to kind of distance ourselves from the past a little bit. I mean, Nothing's Permanent did play out its name pretty well. We had a bunch of different members at that point. Our main sound really was kind of a ska cover band, like a ska / reggae cover band. We played a lot of Sublime. We played Real Big Fish, all sorts of other stuff.
Mhm.
And we wanted to kind of distance ourselves from that because we don't have any of that anymore. We're not at all what we sounded like back then. We were a huge Deadhead band. Now we're like trying to actually break out and be modern and do things that aren't really associated with that. So
So did you
we
guys?
decided that.
Diversify your musical bonds.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys would you say before you were more of like or at least had the ability to be more of like a jam band?
Oh, entirely.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's what we were.
Yeah, right.
I mean, everyone had a solo every time, every song we played kind of thing. We were one of those bands. So
Right.
now
Didn't
it's
know-
like, go ahead.
Oh,
Brian.
no, go ahead, Jake. No, go ahead, Jake.
No, so now it's like, oh, okay. Like, unfortunately, as much as we love solos, those aren't the big thing in music anymore. So we have to actually have an idea of what to actually do, not just, I'll play in the key of A for,
12
3
minutes.
We were the type of band where genuinely you didn't know what was going to happen measure to measure. We didn't know what was going to happen. So,
Keeps it interesting.
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun, great times, but doesn't make for music that people want to listen to nowadays, unfortunately.
Did you guys play out a lot as
As much as we could.
yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say we played more, not a lot.
We played, I want to say we played like 7 or 8 shows over about a year and a half. And we actually ripped a couple of them. Like we played one up at Cervantes' other side, like absolutely ripped that one.
Mhm.
We played at, it's such a great venue. Not the Ancient Mariner anymore. But we played there and we packed that place. It was, I'm sorry, Mom, it was fucking dope. Like it was so awesome.
We were pulling
So-
people off the street. That was
Nice.
what
Nice.
kind of really ignited us to do more, was because like, wow, like that was just covers. Like we could do better than that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So do you
Go ahead, Christian.
find that your new approach to writing songs is more of a pivot than a necessity due to what people are consuming nowadays as far as musical styles go?
100%.
It's definitely been a huge learning experience because we all have our own little backgrounds and inspirations that we all pull from when being creative. And then being able to actually apply it to making music that is commercially viable for
Consumable.
yeah. And being able to apply that has definitely been one of the trickier things to figure out. Like we definitely still don't have it pat down, nailed. We're still very much so figuring it out, but it's getting better with each come around. So
That's good.
It got us out of our comfort zone because,
yeah.
I mean, when it came to writing a classic rock song, we could do it. We had the formula down, I still go down there and I can throw together a blues song because that's my background. I can throw one of those together in an hour and it'll actually be decent. But then when we started getting into actually putting effort into making it that other, not just what we want to write, but what other people would want to hear, that's where it was like, whoa, we're not experienced in this. This is not our comfort zone anymore.
Right.
We would have been a hell of a grunge band though, between like my punk riffs and Jacob's blues. Oh man, we'd have torn it up.
Okay, so this kind of goes right along with that. How do you continue to learn or evolve your craft as a band? I mean, how do you kind of keep it fresh for yourselves, along with obviously hopefully you're going to be keeping it fresh for any of your listeners, but how do you keep it fresh for yourselves where you want to keep coming back for more?
So a big thing that we learned, and I think a lot of bands out there need to learn, is don't be afraid to have other people help you. Bring other people in who don't have the ear that you have or have more of experience in that. That's what we did with Wes. And that was our big thing is he said this would have been great in 2002. He's like, what are you guys doing for the now? And so we rely heavily on him because he's helped steer us into this new territory. And really a lot of it was just, don't be stubborn. Don't think you're the greatest writers in the world, because there's always something you could be better at. So we started pulling in other people to write with, and it's made it drastically better.
Yeah.
Good deal. That's always something I've tried to, any advice I give to younger musicians is always, definitely take criticism, obviously with a grain of salt, but listen to what people are saying. People aren't just necessarily out to shoot you down or tell you how you suck. I mean, you just got to kind of take it. And there's been a lot of times that I've had in my own career where I've gotten criticism where at first I was like, man, who this person, and it's somebody I didn't even know, or the band didn't know at the time. Like, who do they think they are? And then we tried it down the road and ended up being the best thing we ever could have done with our music. Just on his little suggestions. So, I think that's really good to be, and especially, and I don't mean this in any disrespect at all, but at you guys' age, to be able to take criticism or be able to take bring somebody else in and write with you, kind of thing. That says a lot. That's that's a higher maturity for a musician at your age. Again, no disrespect at all. You guys but you're babies. I mean, you guys are just starting out, man. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's see, on the term of, and maybe this is kind of a tough thing. I'm sure you guys have experienced enough in your musical lives. If you could go back and tell your 18-year-old self, give him any kind of advice, what would it be at this point?
Just practice and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would say don't get so wrapped around the axle about being professional. Because that's helped me and hurt me in a lot of ways.
Right.
Yeah. I would probably go back and tell myself, man, I tell myself to not worry so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's good advice too.
Just to just to take it as it comes. But when I was, when we were getting ready to graduate and stuff, and I think that's almost everyone is like, oh, what's next? What's next? Oh, this, that, and just gotta chill out.
Chill out.
Yeah,
Let life come to you, and then work it out as you figure it out.
Exactly.
that's right. And that goes the same with music too. I mean, sometimes you can find yourself getting really stuck in a spot in a song. You're like, you don't know where to go with the song. Everything you have is fantastic, but it needs something else. You get, a lot of people will tend to, and I've been guilty of this myself, tend to try and force something through. And sometimes you just got to let it happen. You just got to, let it breathe a little bit, and it'll get there. It'll be there. So
yeah,
good deal. What now? I gather that you guys have pretty different influence each separately from each other, but as a band, who do you think you could say would be your three biggest influences?
This is a fun one.
Oh yeah,
I think we were just talking about this a few days ago, if I remember.
We talk
right.
about this a lot. So that's
Yeah.
actually part of our writing method. Is we take 3 songs that we like from, and we pick out the pieces that we like from them, and then try to replicate them or in a new way into our stuff. So, but anyway, oh no, we lost Brian.
No.
There you go.
It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
My phone was being funny. My bad.
Anyway, so I'll let Brian
take
take it away though, because he's better at doing this than I am.
Oh, I think I suck at this. So I think one we all agree on that we'd ideally like to sound like would be Walk the Moon, I guess. I think we all like the synth style of that. Even though it's not maybe, go ahead, Dylan.
I'd say we tend to come back to Fall Out Boy a lot.
Yes, we get a lot of Fall Out Boy comparisons actually.
Is that based on the guitar riffs mainly?
Vocals, from what I understand.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
vocals.
Yeah, he has a
That's
Brendan
even more
Urie-esque
intriguing. Now I'm
sesh.
even more interested here.
Well, take a listen, and we hope you like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Third band. I don't know.
I would say for us, I think a good third band would be the band Camino, because they have a very synth wavy, poppy like backing, but then they have some like pretty hard driving rock riffs underneath them. If you really listen to some, so I'd definitely say, as far as musically, we're pretty close to that.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay. Pepsi or Coke?
Oh, Coke.
Pepsi. Oh, okay.
I'm going Coke. Sorry.
Good to be the odd one out.
Well, you are the singer.
Yeah.
Now the real question is, you should ask us the beers. What beers do we like?
Give it to us. What kind of beers do you like?
Oh man. Well, I'm a big native guy. I really, really like Bristol. Pretty much anything by them I will drink. Doesn't matter what it is. But
I like Sam Adams, and I also like that brewery up in Monument. I can't remember the name of them right now, but they have I don't know. I'm sure there's like 20 breweries in Monument, knowing that state, knowing Colorado. But yeah, I can't think of their name, but I really like them. And then a good old Coors Light. That's always great.
Banquet. You got to do Banquet. Come on.
No, I'm with Brian on that one, man. I'm not a banquet beer guy. I'm definitely more of the Coors Light, man. Fucking
Really? Okay.
yeah.
I like me a good German wheat.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm from the South, so I'm down with the piss colored beer. I like my Coors Light. I like the Busch. I'm a cheap date.
Hey, same here, man. Brian's
got
got to
those
stick
Bud
together.
Light Platinums.
That's right.
Come on, those are pretty good too.
About 3 months ago, I switched from beer to bourbon, so I'm
Ooh,
on a whole
see.
new trip now.
Have you had Breckenridge?
Yes, I have. I
That's
just finished
my
a bottle
favorite.
of Fireside, which is brewed in Denver or distilled in Denver. I'm trying to stay with the Colorado bourbons, but I really have a soft spot for Bullet, so that's what I'm having tonight.
That's
Yum.
good.
Do you drink it on the rocks?
On the rocks, yes.
Yeah, you gotta have something to open it up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, professional alcoholic here. Just kidding.
Oh shit. Okay, so what? This is kind of a, an odd question, I guess. But as a group, what do you think would be the best? What's the best compliment you guys ever got?
Ooh, as a group,
As a group, yes.
that's hard.
It's a weird compliment, but one time Jacob and I were walking back into a bar and these girls came up to us and were like, "Where are you guys from?" We're like, "Colorado Springs," and they were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're locals." And I thought that was kind of like a weird compliment. So
Absolutely.
It's like, wow, you guys are actually from here? You do that? Yeah, I remember that one.
What do you guys been doing with yourselves during the lockdown, during the pandemic? What have you guys been doing? Have you guys been rehearsing? Did you guys get any opportunities to play a show at all during this time? Are you guys working on
COVID has been a bitch. So we've been trying to shoot the music video for Fix.
That's the main thing we've been trying to do.
Huge.
Oh boy.
We've been trying to write and stuff like that, but the big thing is we're trying to get Fix done so we can move on to our next single, Church. And it's been a bitch because Brian, we'll start with me. My girlfriend got COVID twice.
Oh, Jesus.
Because she works in the COVID ward at her work. So I got quarantined twice. So right as my second quarantine got finished.
That's a whole month gone.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Brian gets COVID.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were rotating.
So that postponed it. And then we were actually supposed to be filming tonight. But Brian got strep.
Sorry, guys. Oh, Brian, you got strep?
Yeah, that's why
Like-
we're not hanging. Yeah.
Brian
We were gonna
actually,
have a big night.
bastard.
you couldn't
I know.
tell, like, but literally like 24 hours ago, Brian was like, "Hey guys, how's it?"
It was bad. It was
sound
really
pretty good.
bad.
Tonight,
Yeah. When you
Yeah.
emailed
Very,
me,
very low timbre to your speaking voice right now.
right? When you
Yes.
told me you had strep, I was like, man, I don't know if I'd be up for talking and stuff after that. That's why, I'm glad you sound great. Absolutely, man.
You look pretty chipper, man. You look
Yeah.
pretty fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the OPSU Student Health Clinic. They got me on some good antibiotics.
There you
it's
go.
all good.
There you go. Brian, has anybody ever told you look like Jay Cutler?
No.
You
Damn,
look like
for
Jay,
real?
You look like Jay Cutler to me.
I wish I had as much money as Jay Cutler. Shit.
I'll take
Yes,
just
I
a
see it
little
a
bit of
little.
that shit.
he was my favorite quarterback too. Honestly, I thought he was going to be so good for the Broncos, and then Josh McDaniels did him dirty, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you did. So what do you guys think about we are today. I know this won't come out for a while, but we are the night before the Super Bowl. What do you guys got for the game?
Oh man.
Well, I think Kansas City's going to win. I want the Bucks to win, but I don't want Brady to win another Super Bowl. So I'm very conflicted here.
I guess so.
It's a hard spot for a Broncos fan right
It
now.
really is.
Like, do I root for my conference? Or what do I do?
Well, see, I'm in the same boat. I'm a lifelong Saints fan, and so I got the Bucks are in my conference or in my division. I don't hate Brady, but we get it. He's the GOAT. We get it. We got to see this every year. I mean, but with that said, on paper and hopefully the way it works, really KC should steamroll them. They should on paper. Tom Brady has some kind of weird voodoo he puts on people around him and all this stuff. So you never know what can happen. I think it'll be a good game.
I think
it's the Giselle Butchen effect.
I'm thinking Kansas City's gonna take it by 7.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard number. Hard prediction right
Yeah.
there.
I was going to
got
say,
the-
why 7? Like, usually it's like within a field goal or something, but like, no, you want 1 touchdown. Let's go.
I think I just feel it. I'm just having like a moment in my head. I don't know. There's no reason or anything behind it. It's just I'm just pulling 7 from somewhere.
Better get your
okay.
DraftKings bet in, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Go bet MGM right now. They're doing a bet match.
God no.
Earlier today, I don't know why it popped in my head, but I'm thinking 38-27 Chiefs are going to win the game. Why it's that number that came into my head, I have no idea, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
last time I thought it'd be high scoring. I think it was what 10-3 when New England beat up on the Rams or whatever. But
Right.
Oh yeah, that was a
Nobody
while
cares
ago.
about your American football.
No, I like hockey. I almost wore my jersey for the Avs, but now see, I like your hat there,
we
Brian,
would have had like
Those
matching.
games got postponed.
because
Mhm.
of COVID.
Yeah.
They've started the new season, right? The hockey season.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yep.
they literally just last night they postponed all the Avs games till the 11th, I think.
Yeah.
Like every single.
They-
Yeah.
Which sucks
Wow.
because we're doing really good this year. We're like 7-2, 7-3, or something like that, or 8-2, or 8-3.
Yeah,
They're the bomb. I think
Yeah, I
they
mean-
could win it all.
they should. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
Easy boys. It's a little early.
They're young. They're really young. That's the problem. They're a great team, but they're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Nuggets are in the same boat. Nuggets are, they should be doing great, and then they'll have these stints of just sucking ass, and hopefully they'll get it back
How
together
do
here.
sports? I saw a meme the other day though, where it's like me, 26-year-old out of like not even with a college degree, and it's like them 18-year-old fresh out of high school, and it's like, you suck. Why didn't you do that right?
So,
Well- Oh, go ahead.
getting back to the band, how much material have you guys got recorded? Do you guys have a couple of albums? What do you guys got? Some EPs, some singles? What are you guys doing?
We, as of right now, we have 500 hours of demos, one release single.
Fuck. No, I'm sorry.
I'm
I asked.
exaggerating. I'm exaggerating. But I mean, it's like we between Jacob and I mean, there was a while there where we were shooting back demos and forth. It felt like every day.
Oh
So we
yeah.
Wow.
We have a ton of demos, and then we only have one release single, but we have another song finished, and we're planning to get another third song like on the track soon. But kind of back to what Jacob was saying a while ago, we could release a song every day if we wanted. It wouldn't be that hard for us, honestly.
Mhm.
But we're very, very picky, and
Yeah.
so we might be slow movers in that sense. And even with the song that we have out right now, we weren't even planning on releasing it, but we got into the 1039 RXP band Next Great Band contest,
Mhm.
ended up winning it, so we had to
Wow.
release it. So,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
You guys were talking about how easy it is for you to find material, come up with material.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you guys find that stems from your jam band background, the ease of coming up with songs?
I feel like it's a little bit of that, but also just based on individual experience too. Because like
Yeah.
Jacob and I, we've been playing for quite a while whether it's together. I mean, Jacob and I have been playing together for years now, but also like I've played, all these other places. Jacob's played other places, and then Brian had his whole entire musical upbringing before we even got back to knowing each other. So we all have like this individual experience that we all are able to pull from and then pull together. And then just because we gel well together in the first place also helps.
Well, Jacob and Dylan were writing songs when we were in junior high, because Dylan and I only hung out a handful of times, during that period. But I remember one time in particular, we were hanging out at a mutual friend's house. His name's Johnny. And if he watches this, he'll be like, oh my God, they shouted me out. So anyways, but he and Dylan was like playing me a song that him and Jacob wrote. And we were like 13 at the time. And so we're just very like comfortable. We understand the way the melodic progressions work and all that. It's not second nature, but we're pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll caveat that though. Like we can put out a lot of material if we really wanted to. It's just what meets where we want to be as a band is a different story. We'll
Yeah.
definitely say that.
Right.
We have this standard that we are forcing ourselves to live up to when it comes to what we actually want to release. And so whether we decide to stick with a song or not is honestly pretty random for us.
Yeah.
But then once we decide to dedicate, then that's when we actually get into the nitty gritty and is like, okay, this is good. this needs to change. What's a different way we could do this? Or, what could we, from like our ideas or inspirations, what could we take from there in order to manipulate this other thing?
Well, and I think like oh, go ahead. Sorry. Someone's going to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, Brian. So, are you the primary lyricist then for the band as the singer?
I guess so. Yeah, we try to. Right now, I'm not. I mean, honestly, I'm not very confident in my lyrical ability right now. So we're really leaning on each other, and I think our producer in that sense. So I guess not really right now, but I'm trying. It's just hard, you get in your thoughts very quickly about things like that, and then like, oh, does this rhyme? Does my point get across? And then before you know it, you're just in a hole,
Right.
There is, I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of added pressure to come up with the hook when you're writing music that you're trying to purposefully make more consumable to a broader audience.
Right.
So that puts a lot of pressure on you. So I can kind of understand where it kind of takes a dig at your confidence, but that's just something you got to work through, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could talk a lot of shit about that because I'm a 54-year-old lyricist working on a record right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's fucking industrial metal. So there's my bit of pressure right there. You know what I mean? I still have to be the same hard motherfucker that I was 20 years ago.
Right.
So
I will say I don't envy you there because a lot of those guys. One of my favorite, our producer actually. I hate to keep bringing him up, but he posted this video not too long ago where this guy goes into like, why is rock not really alive right now? Like it's kind of dormant. What is driving that? And I won't go into all of what he said there, but he's like, the problem with rock that he sees a lot now, and it's worse as you get further into those niche categories like death metal or even like just kind of new metal or anything like that, is like you have some guy in the back with a beard trying to see what pickups the guitarist has. I'm like, oh, I just got called out. I'm like, that's me.
It's this pose right here. This pose right here.
Just,
Yep.
Are those Seymour Duncans?
Yeah, right.
every minute or two, you just pull one of these. Yeah.
I wish it was me on that stage.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's funny. Okay, so as a band, this is another weird question, but as a band, and again, let me preface this by saying I'm not calling an end to the band or anything, but what would you say if it was the end of the band? What would be your last meal as a band?
Last meal.
Oh.
Like we all had to have the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Together.
At least together.
Well, that sucks. I have to have it with them. No, I'm kidding.
These are the last people I want to spend the last days on earth with.
No. I don't know. How do you guys feel about chicken Alfredo?
I fucking love
I actually,
yes.
I
love pasta, man.
Okay, so I'm like, I could do chicken Alfredo.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Nailed
Nice.
it.
All right, so going with that, what would be a fitting epitaph for the band?
Not as nice as they seem.
Good guys,
do tell, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right.
Nah, Brian and I we can get at it sometimes. It's really hard to tell what people mean through text.
Oh, it's the worst.
So,
it's the worst.
So one little word, either of us are like,
yeah. It's a terrible form of communication, man. I can't stand it because it's, and I tend to think that, like, myself included, I'll read something and I'll read it away like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And I'll be like, man, would we have a problem or what? And they're like, what are you talking about, man? I just wrote you something. And text as a form of communication, I think, has caused more fights than just about anything else that's been invented out there. But
yeah,
but
every one of our fights have started.
It's also things like that. If it's going to end a band, it really tends to happen really early
Right.
rather than later. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
if you guys are getting over it now, then you guys will
We'll
for
always
sure
get
be
over
getting
it.
over. Yeah, that's exactly.
And that's almost something that I think we're the most amazing at. I don't think that's the right English. But the thing we're best at is probably, even when Jacob and I just snap on each other, we're like one good conversation and one beer away from being right back to where we were. And to be honest, I don't know a lot of people like that in my life. And so for me personally, I don't like snapping at Jacob, and I don't like when Jacob snaps at me. And same with Dylan. When Dylan snaps at me, I just start crying. But I mean, it's almost reassuring. Like, I know this dude's not just going to ditch me. Like, if I say something stupid, and vice versa,
Right.
Right.
And that's good. That's good to have. Going along with, if it's going to end a band, it's going to do it early kind of thing. At least you both recognize that it's something that happens. And I mean, I think as long, a lot of times you could talk to, especially in a band type situation, if you got two guys that are butting heads a lot, if you ask them each separately, it would always be, oh, it's just them, it's just them, it's just them kind of thing. And that's what's going to lead to the end. But the fact that you both recognize that it's just something that happens, it's just kind of maybe it even becomes a part of like the creative process between you two. Who knows how it ends up, but I think it's definitely a positive. I think you guys, I'm sure you'll be all right. So
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
So okay, if you could have beer, have a beer with any three people, dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
Ooh,
Oh, I can already rattle off like pretty much all three of them.
go for it.
So first off, Dave Grohl. If there's
Amen.
anybody I could
Damn
be
it.
in this world, if there's anyone I could be in this world, it'd be Dave Grohl. Like, holy hell. I mean, he's gone through a lot of shit, but also where he's at is like pinnacle.
Yeah.
Then Clapton and BB King.
Nice.
Those are good.
Just so you know, our Christian and I also 20 plus year veterans as stagehands, right? And the last time BB King came to the Pikes Peak Center, it was one of the saddest.
Oh, you're gonna tell us?
One of the saddest things I ever saw. And I mean, the man, he was not himself. He couldn't play his guitar at all. I mean, he was sitting on the stage, and the band would be playing, and all of a sudden he's not playing anything. He's just like, it'd be like
He's in the wrong key, man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Completely.
That's sad.
And
So
what had happened at the end of it was his son came out.
They called the show 4 songs in.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, people were walking out, but his son comes and pulls him off the stage, and BB King starts freaking out, like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "We got to go, Dad. We got to go." But his son kind of saved him from that. But I always held it against this kid. I'm like, why do you have him out on the road right now? The man's at the time he's already 1 foot in the grave. He didn't know where he was.
He had just been to the Pikes Peak Center the year before that, and he was a totally different person. You know what I mean?
Right.
So obviously he had some underlying issues there, but yeah, it was a very sad experience, and it turned out to be the last time that we did a BB King show.
Yeah.
Wow.
crazy. Well, I saw the reason I bring up BB King is because he's just one of my early references into, or forays into guitar was all because of him and Clapton. I mean, that's what I grew up listening to, my whole family. But I actually am down there hanging on the wall as a BB King poster from when I saw him live in Mannheim, Germany, in I believe like 2007. So it was like his 81st anniversary tour. And even then the dude got wheeled out in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't stand up and
crazy.
play.
Yeah.
But
That's funny, man. I lived in Mannheim for 16 years, where I graduated from Mannheim American High School.
oh, nice.
Wow.
Military brats, let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, military brat and veterans. But
Nice. All right. So what about you, Brian? Who are the three?
Yeah, I think so I think the first would be Freddie Mercury. I would just love to pick his brain
Great
on
choice.
vocals. Yeah. The second would be Brendan Urie. He's my hero. And then probably the oddball, but it'd be John F. Kennedy. I find him very intriguing.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dylan?
Okay. Wow.
yeah, I just went music. So
And there's just so many, like this is always a tough one for me.
Dylan's not very good on the spot, too. No offense to you, Dylan.
No, I know I'm not. I never am. I think I have to at least go with probably Paul McCartney as one.
Nice.
Great choice.
I gotta go with him. I'd love to sit down with Jack White.
Another good call.
That would be amazing, just to be in the presence of whatever goes on in that man's head. And then ooh. Oh man.
I'm surprised you didn't say your namesake.
My name Bob Dylan? Nah. I'd pick Elvis before I'd pick Bob Dylan, but I don't want to say Bob Dylan. Meatloaf.
Oh.
Nice.
Interesting. That's interesting.
That's a Dylan answer. That is a Dylan answer.
Dylan's like immediate like go-to for anything is meatloaf. He's like, what do I want for dinner? Meatloaf. Who do I want to
Not
hang out
true.
with? Meatloaf.
But I fucking love that
What
guy.
are you listening to? Meatloaf.
I fucking love Meatloaf. Rocky Horror, please. I love it.
So do you guys have well, first, how often are you guys able to rehearse together, or are you? Now, before we go on to that question, you were saying earlier that like two of you will kind of put stuff together and send it over to Dylan. Is that normally your creative process? Do you guys record stuff and send it to each other, or do you actually get together? How does that work?
So all of us have our own home studios. Jacob and Dylan's are much more finished and furnished than mine, and they have really nice studios, and I have just a nice little studio. But so typically we'll record everything on our own, and then it'll be like, hey, do you like this? Hey, do you not like this? Whatever, and then we'll go from there. But we actually committed to totally changing that. We're gonna actually just start getting together again with an acoustic guitar and just trying to vibe a little bit more with it, because we hit a little bit of a rut because we were just sending completely finished songs to each other, so there wasn't really much moving parts left at that point.
Right.
And I think we were hitting some stop signs for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, we want to figure out another way that we can try and get our thoughts all together. So we're just gonna, like Brian just said, like be in a room together, have an acoustic or two, see what happens, and try and find something that's worth keeping.
Gotcha.
And build
Nice.
on that.
Nice. Now, do you guys have right now, do you have a favorite song that you like to perform, whether it's an original or a cover song or anything out there that you kind of, maybe something when you guys get together that you use as like your kind of your warm-up jam, something everybody's gonna be on top of it, but it's just that comfortable and that familiar, and that it gives you that want to get on it kind of feeling, you know what I mean?
Ooh, one of
I'd say everybody rules the world.
everybody.
Yeah.
We
Tears for
covered the hell
Fears.
out of that one.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, we
Nice.
did the
That was-
Ninja Sex Party version of it though.
Nice.
That's a fun one. We also tend to gravitate when we just happen to actually jam. We tend to go to Say It Ain't So.
Yeah,
Nice.
by Weezer.
Nice.
That one.
And then while we're waiting, usually Dylan and I will throw in The Ocean by Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll do
They're
just
very
in here,
good.
you just hear doo, 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 doo.
Very nice. Very nice. Who would you guys most like to collaborate with? Whether it's somebody local, dead, alive, national, doesn't matter. Who would you most like to collaborate with?
It's a great question.
That's
Panic.
a hard question. Yeah, Panic would definitely be big.
Panic
Yeah.
at the Disco would be like the epitome. Weird Al for me, actually. If I can just
Alright.
have my own personal answer, Weird Al.
That'd be
I
awesome.
would like to collaborate with Kanye, actually.
You would. You would.
Whoa.
Hey,
You're gonna have to have a bucket load of fucking patience, man, to get through that session.
Hey, I'm just
Yeah.
glad you didn't say Salento.
Oh shit.
All right.
So, how has the internet impacted you guys as a group?
Been the most helpful tool that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a blessing and a curse because the hardest thing is like socials and stuff like that. We have a hard time just, none of us really want to do that, but we can't pay somebody to do that right now. So, but it's helped us incredibly because it's just like take it for what it's worth. But the internet is such a massive tool to get yourself out in front of people now.
Okay. All right. So so now you guys have reached what we call the lightning round.
The lightning round.
All right. So what you're going to do is we're going to ask you each one question. Give us the first thing that pops into your head. It's kind of like a Rorschach test kind of situation, but just give us the first answer. We're going to start with Dylan. I'll go first. Christian will go second. Here we go. All right, Dylan. On average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself trying to dance in the shower?
0.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Brian because his phone's about to die. So, who would you let punch you directly in the face?
Mike Tyson.
Oh my God. All right.
Brave man.
And Jacob, how old were you when you realized Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny probably never actually knew one another in real life?
I'll say 12.
All right. Good answer. Good answer. All right, Brian.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, thanks for playing. Brian, we'll probably finish this up if you don't mind.
Cool. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing hosts. Seriously.
No, thank you,
You're
man.
very welcome. You can just hang out with us until the phone dies, man.
Yeah,
you go.
might as well.
Walk to the dumpster.
absolutely.
That is so fucking rock star of you to do.
I've got 1% battery left. Let's just see how it goes, you know?
If you could open up a show for any artist, who would it be?
I would say Walk the Moon. They've got some
Yeah.
awesome crowds. If you've ever gone to one of their shows, like their crowds are a mixture between EDM crowds and rock crowds. So you get a lot of people who are pretty eccentric but are having a good time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
a good answer. I like that.
Okay, if you could change anything about the music industry right now, pandemic aside, what do you think it would be?
Over commercialization. There's just way too many bands doing the same exact thing right now. And I think that's just that's been an issue for 50 years. But I mean, it's just, for me personally, like I just discovered the late artist Sophie, and she's like they're very into just a totally different type of pop. And it's so different, and it'll never be on the radio, but it's phenomenal. And it's great to hear something new.
Right. Okay, and we'll end it with this, guys, just so we don't lose Brian. What is the craziest thing that's happened to you during your career thus far?
Ooh. Each or as the group?
Either way.
I feel like it would be meeting Wes, maybe.
Yeah, as far as like musically meeting Wes, as far as interesting situations, I'm trying to think of something. I know we have a good story or two. I just can't remember any of them.
I mean, being able to have meeting all the people that we've worked with and collabed with has been the most important thing for us as a band. One of the coolest parts of my personal career has been I got to work a show on New Year's a few years back, and it was a Rick Derringer and Edgar Winter show at the City Auditorium. Fucking, that was a great night. I will never forget it.
Now, are you guys all kind of stagehand backgrounds as well?
No. So when it comes to us, I'm the professional, right? So like when it comes to like music and audio and stuff, Jacob's the enthusiast, and Brian is the talent.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Just not to give it like so that we're not all having the same thing, but like, you know, we're all talented. But
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys tell people how can they find you?
Yeah, you can find us on anywhere. Facebook, Ute Pass Band, Twitter, Ute Pass Band. Don't
Instagram.
email us. Yeah, Instagram, Ute Pass Band.
we're trying to do TikTok.
Yeah, we're on TikTok now. We're doing TikTok videos. None of the weird dancing stuff.
You're missing out. You're missing out on followers.
So here, I'll help Brian out.
Y'all
Follow
better get a
us on-
fucking WAP video out right now.
No. Nope.
Follow
But
us. Go ahead, Jacob.
So anyway, at Ute Pass Band everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much all the major distributors, including Amazon Music. So
Well, hey,
Even Shazam us.
you guys send me your links. I'll make sure I put them in the description. Also,
Send us a song.
if you guys have a
Send us a
song
song.
recorded or a video would be great. If not, send us a song that we can play at the end.
Pictures, anything you want posted on this episode of the
absolutely
show.
send me any pictures, video, a song, whatever the case is. We definitely would like to put it on. You guys have anything else you'd like to get out there or say?
no, thank you guys for
truly.
having us.
You
Yeah.
guys,
Very
You guys
welcome,
have been
guys.
Thank you.
awesome.
hey, you guys are
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
coming
Thank-
on the show, man. We
And,
really
and,
appreciate
and
it.
thanks for being patient with the timing and everything. I really appreciate it. You guys were super awesome. It was really nice meeting you. Can't wait to hear some music, man. I'm really excited to check it out. So, everybody, there's Ute Pass.
Check them out. You
Check
pass,
'em out.
everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good night, everybody. Y'all take it
Good
easy,
night.
guys.
Have a
You
good
too.
night.
Have
All
a
right.
great one.
You too, guys.
So that was Ute Pass.
You
Hope you
pass.
guys enjoyed that. Really cool guys. We got a video from those guys
Again,
right
check
now.
it out, because it's what you expect.
That's right. Here's Ute Pass. Song's called Fix. Check it out. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Little white lines on a broken screen. Powder on your nose, bloodstains on your clothes while you're ripping at the seams. All I want for you is to just get clean. Pass out on the floor, locking all the doors so we never see that you love it with the lights out. Will you wake? I'll never know now. I can't keep watching till it all falls down. I don't wanna get that fix, don't wanna take that risk, don't wanna be the reason you lose grip when you're the plan I love the most. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Fighting every night in between my sheets, just to earn a dime, savor every line, trying to find peace. Keep it off my mind not to make a scene. Act like no one knows, blowing up your phone, haven't heard from you in weeks. I know you love it with the lights out. Will you wake? I'll never know now. I can't keep watching till it all falls down. I don't wanna get that fix, don't wanna take that risk, don't wanna be the reason you lose grip when you're the blood I love the most. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Yeah, soon you'll be another ghost. Why do you love it when the lights go out? I wanna save you, but I don't know how. I can't keep watching till it all falls down, 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 down. I can't keep watching till you're in my ground, 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 ground. I don't wanna get that fix, don't wanna take that risk, don't wanna be the reason you lose grip when you're the blood I love the most.
well, make sure you close out Zoom all the way.
Look, it's your fucking tone, bro. Look at my fucking face, but save this fucking recording, all right?
All right.
Just so you can capture this shit right here.